Before Beelzebub was ever known as a demon, before his name struck fear into the hearts of mortals, he was something else entirely. Once, long ago, he stood in the hallowed halls of heaven, not as a ruler of flies or corruption, but as a radiant angel, one of the most exalted, walking in the light of the Almighty. He was known as Baal-zebub, the Lord of the High Place, a being of immense power and beauty. His wings shone with celestial light, and his voice echoed in perfect harmony with the divine. Yet, within this perfect creature, something dark began to stir, a flicker of ambition, a shadow of pride. At the center of heaven's glory sat Lucifer, the morning star, the highest of all the angels. And within Lucifer's heart, the seeds of rebellion had already taken root. Lucifer desired more than servitude, more than worship. He sought dominion over all. And it was not long before other angels, powerful and prideful, were drawn to his cause. Among those who answered Lucifer's call was Beelzebub. He, too, had grown weary of submission. The power he held as an angel was not enough. He craved more, a hunger that gnawed at his once pure soul. Together, they plotted the unimaginable, a war against the very throne of God. And so, the heavens trembled. A rebellion was born, not of a legion of demons, but of angels, angels who dared to defy the will of God. At Lucifer's side, Beelzebub fought, not with weapons forged in the pits of hell, but with divine strength, seeking to cast down the Creator himself. The battle raged, celestial beings clashing in a storm of light and fury. But for all their power, for all their ambition, the rebels were no match for the infinite might of the Almighty. One by one, they fell, and as heaven's gates sealed shut, Lucifer and his followers were cast out, plummeting into the abyss. Beelzebub, once a shining angel, tumbled into the darkness, his wings scorched by the fires of his own pride. His beauty was burned away, replaced by the grotesque form that now haunts the deepest pits of hell. He had been a lord of the heavens, but now he was nothing more than a demon. Beelzebub's fall was not the end. It was the beginning of his reign in hell. No longer the lord of the high place, he became the lord of the flies. A creature born from celestial light, now ruling over rot and ruin. A prince among demons, second only to Lucifer himself. While in hell, his influence only grew stronger. The Lord of the Flies is more than a mere title. It is a reminder that decay and corruption are patient. They creep, they wait, and they strike when least expected. From the ashes of his celestial form, Beelzebub rose again, this time as a prince of demons. The fallen cherub, now a twisted mockery of his former self, saw hell not as a prison, but as a kingdom he would rule with cunning and cruelty. In the depths of the infernal realm, Beelzebub gathered his own following, demons lesser and greater, all seeking his favor. His court, infested with creatures of rot and pestilence, became a place of strategy and deceit. Unlike Lucifer, whose rage and pride blinded him, Beelzebub was patient. He did not charge into battle with reckless abandon. He plotted. He schemed. It is said that Beelzebub possesses a mind as sharp as any blade forged in the fires of hell. His greatest weapon is not his monstrous form, but his ability to corrupt the hearts and minds of men. A whisper in the dark, a fly on the wall, and soon, kingdoms fall, empires crumble, and souls are lost to the darkness. Through the ages, Beelzebub's name echoed in the minds of men. Some sought to summon him, to strike bargains for power, wealth, and dominion. They believed they could control him, that the Lord of the Flies could be tamed. But Beelzebub is no servant to man. He is their tempter, their undoing. Wherever there is ambition unchecked, wherever greed and pride flourish, Beelzebub is there. He feeds on the rot of human desires, spreading his influence like a plague. For every king who falls to his whispers, For every empire that crumbles under his gaze, his power grows. And he is patient. He waits for the perfect moment to strike, letting his enemies destroy themselves from within. But there is more to Beelzebub than destruction. He is not content to simply watch the world fall apart. No, he seeks dominion over it. His fall from heaven did not quench his thirst for power. He still dreams of ruling over not just hell, but the earth itself. And he waits for the time when humanity is at its weakest, when the walls of their civilization have crumbled to dust and the last whispers of faith have faded from their lips. It is said that when Beelzebub steps foot upon the earth once more, it will not be with armies of fire and brimstone, but through the corruption of the human soul. Like flies feeding on decay, he will spread his influence, turning man against man, until all that remains is ruin. Do not think Beelzebub has been forgotten, for he is always watching, always waiting. He is the shadow behind the ambition of tyrants, the decay in the hearts of the proud. His name may be whispered in fear, but make no mistake. Beelzebub's hunger is far from sated.